When Birds of Prey hit theaters, fans expected another dark Gotham tale instead. They got glitter bombs, feminist slogans, and Ewan McGregor calling his character the following.
And he's a misogynist, you know. The film deals with misogyny in a very extreme way, like I'm trying to kill her. And there's a scene where I humiliate a woman in a bar, which is horrible.
Gone was the menace of past DCEU villains. McGregor's Black Mask was rewritten as a flamboyant caricature of toxic masculinity, which was just awful to watch. Critics called him one note, his villainy reduced to screaming tantrums and glittered suits. Even the franchise's tone shifted. Pop-punk girl power and slapstick replaced grit and tension. By the time his character forced a woman to strip at gunpoint, audiences realized the film wasn't empowering women. It was mocking men. The film ultimately grossed $205 million on a $100 million budget, and fans on Reddit called it cringy to watch. His explosive mid-sentence death, blown up by a teenage girl, cemented how far the DCEU had fallen from Nolan's Joker-era menace.
He turns to me, and he says, "Why so serious?"
McGregor may have loved the message, but ideology overtook character and Gotham lost its edge. When No Time to Die arrived, fans didn't get the suave super spy they knew. They got a Bond that had lost all his charm and reduced to bad one-liners.
Has this desk got bigger? Or have you got smaller?
By no means do we think that Daniel fits into the category of woke, but studio pressure to modernize Bond resulted in a Bond who cried, retired, and died, literally. The movie impressively grossed $774 million worldwide during the pandemic, but the consensus was that the movie felt like the writers got fed up with the character. For the first time, the world's most indestructible man was replaced by a female 007, a move framed as progressive but dismissed by many as tokenism.
00?
2 years.
Very young.
High achiever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The world's moved on since he retired, Commander Bond. Perhaps he didn't notice.
No, can't say I had.
Viewers called it the worst Bond film, and longtime fans saw it as the end of an icon. Compared to Skyfall's grit and tension,
let's see who ends up on top. My turn. I win.
No Time to Die felt muted, more farewell letter than spy fantasy. The irony? In trying to modernize Bond, Craig didn't just humanize him, he helped bury him. When Fantastic Four tried to relaunch the franchise, it didn't just fizzle, it imploded. Michael B. Jordan stepped in as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. This bold, modern reboot became the poster child for forced diversity.
Everyone, have a look.
The hell is that?
Compared to the fun of the 2005 version, this reboot was lifeless. Critics called it dull, fans called it joyless, and Jordan's character, meant to burn bright, barely flickered.
2,000 meters in 6 seconds. New record.
Used to work on my takeoff. I can make it in 5.
The film was turned into a statement about race. The team barely united until the final act, and even the iconic flame on moment felt hollow, a reminder of how bright the original once burned.
Johnny.
This is Dolce.
Jordan defended his casting even before release, but his words couldn't save the woke reboot. But years later, he still stood by it.
After your last film, Fantastic Four, kind of didn't perform quite as well as it hoped. Was that movie misunderstood? Do you still stand by that film?
Still stand by it? Yeah, I mean, I stand by it.
The film sits at a dismal 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, with Reddit calling Jordan, he isn't Johnny Storm. Despite a $120 million budget, it barely scraped $167 million worldwide, marking one of Marvel's biggest financial disasters. Eternals was sold as Marvel's bold new chapter, but fans got less action and more agenda. Kumail Nanjiani became the face of that message, training intensely and debuting a physique that shocked even his co-stars.
He was like, hey, I have an idea for a show. And then what was that?
It's your arm. I'm sorry, you are so muscular. I just got distracted. I'm so sorry.
Anyway.
After all the hype, muscle, and build-up, Kingo's big moment never came. When the film's final showdown arrived, Kingo was sidelined by injury.
You do not turn against your family.
I'm sorry, what are we watching? Because are you two?
New because I hate it.
Despite his full commitment to the role, Nanjiani couldn't save a film buried under its own ideals. When the reviews came in, reality hit hard, and even he spoke candidly about how the movie failed to resonate.
You know, I did stuff that should have been a home run, and then it wasn't. Like Eternals, you know, when that movie came out, and the reviews weren't good.
That was very, very tough for me.
Fans called the film boring, cluttered, riddled with plot holes. This was a far cry from Marvel's usual magic. Marvel once showed how to write gods with power, humor, and heart. Endgame's Thor proved it. The film grossed $402 million on a $200 million budget, which was disappointing, given the A-list cast. For a film meant to expand the MCU's future, Eternals buried it. Chris, by no means fits the typical definition of a woke actor, but the creative failure of the script he accepted certainly ruined the franchise. Hemsworth found himself trapped in a script that mocked its own legacy. Even his hammer throw moment, a wink to Thor, backfired.
Looks like the tables have turned. That was an incredible catch.
The movie was built around forced feminist humor. Instead of sharp wit, the jokes landed flat, and the iconic MIB tone was replaced with generic Marvel banter.
MIB freeze!
On the ground.
Hands up! Palms down!
Okay, which do you want to go with? I'm fine with either. I just think in the future we're going to have to come up with something consistent. You want palms down?
If you don't mind. Palms down!
The result? The film tanked with a 23% Rotten Tomatoes score, and fans on Reddit slammed it as absolutely terrible. Hemsworth's Agent H went from elite operative to bumbling fool. Compare that to the effortless swagger of Will Smith's original entrance to the MIB.
Edwards, let's put it on.
Put what on?
The last suit you'll ever wear.
Yeah, I'm the MIB, you Carulian scum. And FYI, your little club here sucks.
The movie only grossed $254 million worldwide, a far cry from the original's billion-dollar charm. By the film's end, Hemsworth's attempt to reclaim that legacy felt hollow when he said,
"It's me, H! Remember, you wanted me to take your place!"
Few moments define Marvel's fall from glory like She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, the show that turned the Hulk from rage-fueled powerhouse to him being run over.
I'm serious.
You're not the only one!
What, you think you can just say a bunch of mean things like that and then take off?
A fitting metaphor for how the franchise treated his legacy. Scenes of him getting schooled made fans roll their eyes.
It's easy.
Little punk.
The same Hulk who once tore cities apart now looked like a weak green life coach. When She-Hulk lectures Bruce on controlling anger, claiming she does it infinitely more than you, a line fans called the death of the Hulk's legacy.
Especially your anger.
Well, here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. But when I'm catcalled in the street. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. So all of this just feels like projecting a lot of shit onto me.
She-Hulk costed an estimated $25 million per episode, totaling over $225 million. Yet, it became MCU's lowest-rated Disney Plus series. On IMDb, one Redditor wrote, "She-Hulk didn't do shit. She was straight up a Karen." A far cry from the days when Hulk embodied raw rage, the same hero who gave us one of the MCU's most iconic lines. That moment defined strength, but She-Hulk stripped it away, turning a once mighty symbol of fury and complexity into a punchline for politics. Few franchise flops hurt fans more than Star Wars' sequel trilogy, a saga that promised legacy but John Boyega delivered confusion. Introduced in The Force Awakens as a stormtrooper turned rebel, Finn promised complexity and courage.
Listen carefully. If you do exactly as I say, I can get you out of here.
What?
This is a rescue. I'm helping you escape. Can you fly a TIE fighter?
You with the Resistance?
What? No. I'm breaking you out. Can you fly a TIE fighter?
But his story was sidelined to a meaningless casino detour. Stripped of purpose and power, the writing reduced him to sidekick status.
I need the bonding tape, hurry.
What about you?
I've got to get back to Jakku.
Back to Jakku? Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku? You're a pilot. You can fly anywhere. Why go back?
None of your business, that's why.
By The Last Jedi, Finn was ready to sacrifice himself for the cause until Rose crashed into him, ruining his arc entirely.
Bing, it's too late. Don't do this.
No! I won't let them win.
Oh, we have to retreat.
The film's box office dropped from $2 billion to just over $1 billion, proof the audience saw the decline. One Reddit user summed up the backlash perfectly, stating that The Last Jedi doesn't feel like Star Wars.
You remember me? Finn, and I'm in charge. I'm in charge now, Phasma. I'm in charge.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
In the sequels, that same force of storytelling was lost that was found in the originals. Compare the emotional power of the originals, a scene still etched in cinema history.
I am your father.
Pixar once stood for timeless storytelling, but Lightyear marking gave Pixar one of the most disappointing box office runs.
If you're anything like her, you and I are gonna make a
Some
great
robots
team.
cry.
Okay.
The magic that made audiences fall in love with Buzz was gone. When backlash hit over the film's LGBTQ+ scene, Chris Evans didn't hold back, calling critics idiots and dinosaurs. His frustration over the movie being banned in 14 countries only deepened the divide.
It's great that we're a part of something that's making steps forward in the social inclusion capacity, but it's frustrating that there are still places that aren't where they should be.
What was meant to be a bold reimagining felt like a propaganda, but Chris stood by the film, calling people idiots for banning the movie.
How would you counter that, I suppose?
Well, the real truth is those people are idiots.
Despite a $200 million budget, the film barely broke, even as the film grossed just $226.4 million worldwide. Fans stated, "It's not the same Buzz. The original Toy Story made kids dream of infinity and beyond, while the new one had no identity." So fans felt that the movie stripped away the fun and heart that made Buzz iconic.
To infinity and beyond!
In trying to be progressive, Pixar forgot to be fun, and the franchise fizzled out. Time's up. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video from my fun, lighthearted channel, Hollywood Body Count, I'd love a cheeky like, subscribe, and comment. No pressure, no sweat. Your call.